To many people, part of the joys of spring is to hear the crack of a bat on a ball and the sights and sounds of baseball. Here in the South Bay, we have the opportunity to attend professional baseball games in a fun and intimate venue. Please stay tuned and hear the story of the San Jose Giants.
Welcome to The Better Part, a program by and for seniors and devoted to exploring the many facets of those better years of our lives. The name of our program is inspired by a quotation from Robert Browning. Grow old along with me, the best is yet to be, the last of life for which the first was made. Now, sit back and enjoy a program made especially to provide seniors with useful information, plus some lighter moments to brighten your day.
My name is Charles Bedord, and today we'll explore a sporting gem located right here in the South Bay. Our guest today is Linda Pereira, Director of Player Relations with the San Jose Giants. Linda, welcome to The Better Part.
Thank you. My pleasure to be here.
Perhaps we can start out by just asking you to briefly say who are the San Jose Giants?
Well, the San Jose Giants are the Class A affiliate of the San Francisco Giants. If you're looking at a ladder of baseball, the San Francisco Giants are at the top. Fresno is the AAA team, Norwich, Connecticut, the AA team, San Jose, the high A team, Augusta, Georgia, the low A team, and Salem in Oregon is the rookie team, and then young men would go to Arizona when they sign in June.
Okay. And what is the actual association with the San Francisco Giants?
All the players belong to the Giants. All the decision on who comes to San Jose, who moves up the ladder, are all made by the San Francisco Giants. We work with what we call a player development contract, where expenditures are shared, and it's a complicated formula, but the players all belong to the Giants.
I see. So they're all parts of the Giants organization.
Right. Absolutely.
Okay. Can you tell us a little bit about how you began your association with the San Jose Giants, and what is your role in the Giants?
Well, I started working at the ballpark in San Jose when I was in the 6th grade. My brother Bob was the bat boy for 6 years.
Oh, really?
And I just kind of came to work with him and hung out. So the lady who worked in the office said, would you start helping me, filing and things? So I've been there since I've been in the 6th grade, which is like 40-some years ago, and I've never left. So I've done all different things. And my role now is to make sure that the quality of life for the players is great in San Jose. I do all the housing for the players. All of our players are very fortunate. They all live with host families, which you were, of course, a host family at one time.
Yes, I was.
I make sure that they go out into the community and participate in various activities. We do a reading program where players go to schools. We go to Little Leagues openings. We go to churches. Anything that's pretty much the realm of possibility, we will do and attend. We go to service clubs and speak. Usually I take 2 players with me, and they tell their story, and it's really quite interesting, and it inspires a lot of young kids to stay in school and be better readers and further their education, because a lot of the players have great stories about their education.
I see, and I bet they have a lot of fun going out and sharing that with people in the community.
They really do, and it's really great, especially we did last year, this was kind of unique, a church camp. And so all the kids some of them had never played baseball before, and I took 2 players and we spent 2 hours there, and they showed them fundamentals of pitching, catching, hitting, running, taking ground balls, and just being with the players was a great experience for the kids, because some of them had never even been to a ball game.
The players really look forward to this, and I bet they can't wait to volunteer.
They really do. It's amazing. I've never had anybody say, no, I don't want to go. I give them little rewards, like little meal tickets or bowling or something, but it's a great way for them when they're in the major leagues to have done this on the way up to the major leagues, and that way they have experience in working with the community. And you know, when they're in the major leagues, sometimes they get paid an enormous amount of
Right.
money for an appearance, but they just do it all voluntarily.
So if you've been with them since the 6th grade, you must have grown up a real baseball fan.
Absolutely. My mom, my dad, my brother. My mother never missed a game in 40 years
Oh, at San Jose?
at San Jose.
That's impressive. That's very impressive. Were you yourself a big fan then?
I was. I've always liked baseball. I've always liked the fascination of the strategy, and you know, like things like hit and run and pitch outs and things like that, which I've learned along the way. And
I see.
it's kind of fun to go along with the guys when they go to a school or a service club, and I learn just as much sometimes, or learn new things, as the people that they're speaking to.
Yeah, it's very, very good. Can you tell us a little bit about where do the San Jose Giants play their games?
We play at Municipal Stadium, which is on 10th, Alma, and Center Streets in San Jose. It's a stadium that was built by the WPA in 1942, so it's not the most modern facility, but for my way of thinking, I really like it because it's the old stadium, it's old school baseball. We do improvements every year. The city just gave us a grant, and we've improved so many things. We have our Turkey Mike's Barbecue, which is fabulous, fabulous food. Well, now we've taken that one step farther, and down the left field line, as you're entering the stadium, we put in a wood fire pizza oven. We have a wine bar coming, a chicken wing stop. The concourse has just normal concession food, but we have the barbecue. It's just a great place to see a game because it's really, you're close to the players. The intimacy is something that's lacking, I think, in a lot of the new minor league
Yes.
stadiums that are so high tech. I mean, my way of thinking is we want the players to be able to talk to the fans and the kids to get autographs. And a lot of times at big league parks, they can't do that. They're not allowed down by the dugouts. But we encourage that, and it's just a very intimate, warm, friendly place to see a game.
And I bet the players love interacting with the fans too.
They do. I always say, don't forget when you guys are in the big leagues, the fun that you had with the kids now, and don't ever not sign an autograph. And they're really good about that. They like meeting people. A lot of them are away from home for the first time. So it's nice to meet people and fun to be recognized.
Well, that sounds absolutely great. A great place to take families and so on. Do the San Jose Giants have a website that can be used to obtain schedule information and additional information about the team?
The website, yes, it's www.sjgiants.com. There's all kinds of things. They do a really great job. There's announcements of things that we're doing in the community. We do like a breakfast every year that people can come to. We do a huge banquet in June where the former San Jose Giants players that are in the major leagues come back to and bring prizes, and it's open to the public, and they just buy a ticket, and all that money that we raise goes to help the San Jose players at this level. And ticket information, just player information, it's just a plethora of fun things to look and see.
Okay, that sounds very interesting for someone to go in there and just see what all that information is like. Now, the San Jose Giants, if I'm not mistaken, are members of the California Baseball League.
Right.
And how is the California Baseball League structured, and what teams are members of that?
Well, there are 10 teams, 5 in the north and 5 in the south. We're in the north. It's San Jose, Stockton, which is an Oakland A's affiliate, Modesto, which is a Colorado Rockies affiliate, Visalia, which is a Arizona Diamondbacks affiliate, and Bakersfield, Texas Rangers. In the south, we have Lake Elsinore, which is a Padres affiliate, Inland Empire, which is the Dodgers, Rancho Cucamonga, which is the Angels. I'm missing two. Ojai Desert, which is Houston this year. And gosh, I can't think of the 10th one. Give me a minute. Rancho Inland. Anyway, I don't remember. There's a 10th team that I can't place right now. I'm sorry.
So that's quite a concentration of baseball teams. Is that one of the largest concentration of minor league baseball teams in the country? Or?
Well, most leagues are 10 to to sometimes 12. The AAA league is got 2 leagues that have interacted, and I think there's like 16 teams in that league. But for California, 10 teams is great. I mean, it's a 5-team division, and you play your own division one more time traveling than you do the Southern team. You only go south once, and south comes north once.
I see.
So you're really getting a good cross section of the teams and the different players in the league.
About how many years has the league existed?
Oh gosh, I really don't know. I know that back in the 40s there was a team. I think even the 30s. If you go to the barbecue area, there's a timeline of all of the San Jose history. In 1977 and 1978, we were in the Pacific Coast League for 2 years.
I see.
1 year as a Oakland A's affiliate, and we were the first Seattle Mariners AAA team.
Oh, that's
so
interesting.
It was just, just 2 years in the Pacific Coast League, but it was really amazing.
So you started out with the Mariners organization then?
We were the first. Actually, at that time, our owner also owned Stockton, so it was the first Mariner Class A team and AAA team we ran from San Jose. So we wore many hats that year. I, in fact, have the very first Seattle Mariner hat because the general manager of the Mariners was Lou Gorman, and I had been with him with the Royals, and we had a long history. So he gave me the first Mariner hat.
What was the reason for transferring from the Mariners to the Giants?
Oh no, we were independent actually. After the Mariners, we were with the A's for a year. Then we were independent, where we had co-op teams from different things. We even had players for 6 years from the Seibu Lions in Japan. And then in 1988, we very happily became a part of the San Francisco Giants.
Who are the typical fans, and how many people attend games every year?
Well, last year we broke our own record. We had over 192,000 people in 70 openings. It's really a lot of families that come to the games because it's affordable, it's safe for children. We have a fun zone in the front, so if the kids are, get a little antsy, they can go on, play on the fun zone things. We have a lot of businesses that come and do our barbecue area. We have a tent now where people can rent the tent for corporations or parties or things, and they can have a meeting or a meal in there and then watch the game. But primarily families. We really like families to be at the game. I mean, if you go to a movie theater, you get about 82 minutes of entertainment for a pretty expensive price, and we'll give you 2 or 3 hours of entertainment, hopefully no more than 3 if our pictures are on, for a pretty nominal price.
This is a pretty popular venue for Little League outings and so on, isn't it?
Absolutely. Little Leagues, Cub Scouts. We do a lot of fundraisers, especially for schools and Cub Scouts and Little Leagues, where we sell them a ticket for $1, and they can resell it for $5, $3, whatever they think their market is, and make some money for their league or their schools.
I've noticed the times I've been out there too, you've had some fun things where the kids at the end of the game will run around the bases.
Absolutely.
Or you have fun contests between innings and so on. Where did the idea for that come from?
I think everybody borrows from everybody else. I'm pretty sure that I know we were the first for the beer batter, which is we pick a player on another team, and if he strikes out, beer is half price for 10 minutes, which the fans love. You can always tell because at the end of, if there's 2 strikes, you see people kind of raising, trying to get out of their seats so they can run down. We let the kids run the bases after our game on Saturday and Sunday. Probably our other really popular promotion is the Smash for Cash, where we have this huge truck that comes out. It's a very old-fashioned truck, and a lucky number is drawn, and the player is chosen by the fan, other than a pitcher. And if you're smart, you pick a catcher. And they have 2 chances to throw the ball and smash the headlight. So they smash for cash, and the player and the fan split $50.
I see. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh, it's great. And you at the end, you see players, really vying to get close enough to be chosen because they have competition amongst themselves.
And you've got that famous horse race that goes on around the outside of the stadium too.
Absolutely. That's the barbecue guys do that.
And
they have a lot of fun with that too. And there's a sticker in the program if you have the black white, orange, or now we have a zebra horse that sometimes mysteriously appears.
Can you describe some of the advantages of attending minor league baseball games versus just attending major league games?
Well, of course, the most obvious is money. It's very expensive, I know, to go to a major league game. Our prices are nominal. We have family packs. We have coupons in the newspaper or on the website that people can print. Parking, there's lots of parking. You don't have to park and walk a mile or so. Our food prices are very inexpensive, and we make it so that everybody can afford to come to a game. We have nights where there are free tickets from our advertisers. We give our advertisers free tickets, and the fans can go in and get free tickets from the advertiser, and it creates foot traffic into the stores or the restaurants or the businesses.
I know, and access to the players, too. That was very important. I remember I used to take my son to the San Jose Giants, and here was someone who would actually sign or autograph a baseball card for him and smile while doing it.
Absolutely.
So he was always very impressed with that.
I think the players like that more than the kids sometimes because it's their first, little glimmer of fame, and they kind of get the taste of what it can be like when you get to the major leagues.
And each player has his own card.
Absolutely. We do a card set. We take the pictures the first day, and then it takes a while for the cards to be produced, but the card sets are usually done by the end of May, and then you see all the kids shuffling through, and it's really fun. It's great for the players,
That
too.
sounds wonderful. Can you name some prominent players that people would recognize who came up through the San Jose Giants?
Well, I'm very happy to say that just since our affiliation with the San Francisco Giants in 1988, we have 128 players that have gone on to the major leagues. 92 of them San Francisco players. Some players have been traded to other teams and have gone on to the major leagues. But, of course, Tim Lincecum,
Really?
the 2008 Cy Young Award winner, played in San Jose. At the end of last season, 18 of the 25 San Francisco Giants had played in San Jose. But Sean Estes, Bill Miller, Russell Ortiz, Steve Holm, of the guys, Kevin Fransden, Emmanuel Burris, Travis Ishikawa, Freddie Lewis. Of the starting pitchers for the Giants, Noah Lowry, Matt Cain, Tim Lincecum, all played in San Jose.
I didn't realize that. That's very impressive.
Probably our most famous player, and that was from our days with the Kansas City Royals. Our only Hall of Famer to date is George Brett.
Oh, okay.
And the Brett family, the Brett brothers, own the High Desert team, so it's really kind of fun when we play them because I always say, we're beating you. We're beating you. You're beating yourself, or whatever. Because we have a big picture of George at the ballpark when he was as a Kansas City Royal. But
yes,
of course, he stayed and played in San Jose.
I didn't know that. That's very impressive with the number of players who actually move up to the majors. I had no idea that many players did.
Well, especially since 1988, that's a tremendous amount of players, which is a credit to the Giants and their farm system. Unfortunately, some guys get traded and make the major leagues with another team, but it's still part of the Giants' good scouting, good farm teams, and good player development.
Could you talk a little bit about where the San Jose Giant players come from, and how are they recruited to try out and play with the team?
Well, scouting is the name of the game, and each team, there's 30 major league teams, and each team has a certain amount of scouts that have a territory, and some scouts are amateur scouts. Maybe they'll just watch high school, some will just watch college, some will watch, the different leagues, and they all get together and they get ready for the draft, and the player in June there's a draft, and all the teams participate in there. There's I know my friend works for the Giants. I've seen her set up the room, and they have a big board and names, and when a guy gets drafted, they'll erase him and say, oh, he's not available anymore. But it's through scouting, and I'm very proud to be on the Scout of the Year Foundation board, and we are this close to getting the scouts to have their own wing into the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown.
How many scouts do the San Jose Giants have?
It's San Francisco. I think
San
they have
Francisco.
60 scouts probably.
60. And do they actually attend some high school games?
Oh
and
yes, they
a
go.
lot of college games?
They go. Different scouts have different areas. Like some guy might have just high school, some might have high school and junior college. There's cross checkers that cross check across the country. They are advanced scouts. Like if the Giants are playing the Diamondbacks, well, their scouts from the Giants went to see the Diamondbacks play last week to give them a report before they play them. People don't appreciate, these are scouts that live in their cars practically. They're driving from place to place and, seeing sometimes 2 and 3 games a day. And it's really amazing. It's I think when the Hall of Fame opens the exhibit on the scouts, I think people are going to be surprised. I know.
Who are the scouts? Are a lot of them ex-major league ball players?
A lot
or
of
minor
them.
League ball players?
A lot of them are. A lot of them have maybe not major league players, but just were that close to getting to the major leagues that never did. It's just the Giants have a networking thing, and they hire a lot of them. A lot of scouts might scout in the same system they came up with, but a lot of them don't.
Scouts actually are associated with the San Francisco Giants,
Right.
and they do scouting for their entire organization, which
Right.
includes the San Jose Giants.
Right, and we have a bench at our park that are just for major league scouts. So some night we'll have a game. There might be 12 scouts from different organizations there, scouting our team as well as the other teams in case for trades. And if a player gets released, it just means that team doesn't have room for him. That organization, somebody else might want to pick him up. So their scouts, they go to their scouting reports and see who that player is.
Very interesting. Now, when players are selected to join the team, this is one of the more expensive areas to live in the country, of course, even with the current recession. Where do the players live?
Our players are very blessed with people like yourself. All of our players are very fortunate enough to live with host families. We have a wonderful group of host families, and what they do is they open up their hearts and their homes and they let the players live with them. We give them a season pass and a parking pass, and we do a couple of picnics for them. We try to take them to one of the playoff games. Fortunately, we've been with the Giants since 1988 and only have not made the playoff one year. So we treat them to a little road game, but it's really incredible. People love housing the players, and I've got some families that have done it for over 20 years.
Now, the host family program, do the families have the option to fix meals for the players, or do the players tend to go out and get their own meals?
Well, it just depends on the situation. A lot of them do. A lot of the ladies like to cook. Ladies that are home during the day, sometimes they'll make them lunch. A lot of them leave leftovers from their dinner. We feed them at the ballpark after the game.
Oh, you do? Okay, that's great.
But they go to the gym during the day. So it's, on days off, though, that's when the players really enjoy it because they get a little family time, and usually they'll do a barbecue or a nice meal. And when you're on the road half the time, to have any kind of home-cooked meal is really a treat.
Yes, I bet that is. Because you can be on the road for over a week at a time,
Absolutely.
Can't you? Yes. How does, for our interests of our listeners who might be interested in taking up this role as a host family, how does one become a host family for a player?
Well, you call me, and then I send you a form, and I ask you some basic questions, and then we meet, and I just get the feel of the family and know if they want more of a serious guy or a kind of a character guy. And then when I'm at spring training, I always try to meet the team before they get there, although they never really know until the last minute.
I see.
And then I take the advice of players who have been there the year before, and the manager and the pitching coach and the hitting coach. But so far, I think I just have some kind of a knack. I've never had anybody say, "Oh, I don't want to live with them," or the player or the family say, "Oh, I don't like him." I just can do it. I don't know.
So the number of complaints is quite low, I understand.
Oh, absolutely.
That's
absolutely.
good.
And with the Giants being so close, it's not like a guy is going to do something horrid.
Right.
But yeah, it's your future.
Now, you said that they would call you. Where can they reach you?
Right at our office at the ballpark, 408-297-1435. I'm extension 19.
Could you repeat that one more time,
Absolutely.
please?
408-297-1435, extension 19. I have a quick little story. When I talk about host families, I always talk about one family, and the lady was a foster mom, and she was having a little bit of trouble with the child, and she said, I don't know if I want to do this. So I said, well, let's try it, and if it's uncomfortable, we'll change or whatever. And so I spoke to the manager, and I said, who's the nicest guy on this team? Not the best, but the nicest. And he told me. And so I went in and I said, here's the situation. If you don't want to go there, you don't have to. And he goes, no, that sounds really good. So the young man brought his D's and F grades up to C's in 1 quarter. And that player went on to the major leagues and has become very famous, and still to this day leaves that family tickets every time he pitches.
What a great story.
Yes.
Really great story. I'm glad you thought of that.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. Before we close, are there any closing comments that you'd like to make concerning the San Jose Giants teams or the role of minor league baseball in general?
Well, this year we're very blessed. We have a lot of number 1 draft choices. We've got a lot of guys who were drafted last year. Buster Posey is with us, Tim Alderson, Madison Bumgardner, Nick Noonan. These are guys. Tim Alderson, I think, is 20. Madison is 19. Nick is 19. Buster is a college graduate, 22, I think. But these are guys that are going to be in the major leagues very soon. So I encourage everybody to come out and see our team play, because it's a lot of fun.
Okay. Well, that sounds very interesting, and it sounds like you're loaded with talent this year, because I recognize many of those names from the newspapers recently. Well, Linda, I really enjoyed learning more about the San Jose Giants, and thank you for coming and being with us on The Better Part, and good luck to the team.
Thank you. My pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Hope you enjoyed this program. If you have a topic for a program or a guest who you would like for us to interview, you can reach us at the Cupertino Senior Center. The phone number is 408-777-3150. Again, 408-777-3150. You can learn more about us, too, at our website, which is www.thebetterpart.com. And on that website, there will also be an order form if you'd like to order a copy of this program. Copies of past programs are also available through the Santa Clara County Library System. So thank you for watching, and see you the same time, same station next week.